Hey guys, it is Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Got a classic today. We're going to learn how to do The Wait by the band. Now this is going to be the original version, not the last waltz version or anything. This is kind of the original recorded version. This is a great song, very popular. Get a lot of requests for it lately, so we're going to knock it out here. Before I get into this, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Ring the notification bell so you know when we see some videos, and if you can like and comment the videos, it really helps. It really helps the channel, helps that video get seen by more people. And if you really want to help the channel and me personally, the best way to do it is to join my Guitar Academy. You will see a link to that in the description below. That link is going to give you a free 7-day trial to my academy as well too. Now, what is my Guitar Academy? It contains all of my guitar courses, including complete beginner courses to more advanced courses in technique, improvisation, ear training, theory, guitar tone. I go live there every week with Academy members every Saturday. We have kind of a live video chat with me and just Academy members, so it's a cool meetup that we do every week, and get your questions answered in real time. And you also get personalized support from me beyond that. So please go check it out and click that link below. All right, so let's jump into the track. So I'm in standard tuning here. And like I said, I'm not doing the last waltz version, which is a pretty popular version. There's a billion covers of this. Just the original recorded version here, which is pretty much all on acoustic. And we're going to start with this intro. All right, so we got Robbie Robertson here. He's the songwriter, and he's kind of doing the guitar work. By the way, you're going to see him play this slightly different chord voicings over the years, as always happens. So don't be fooled by what you see. Everyone wants to play an A there instead of a here. That changes over time. So let's start here. So we're going to start with the 9th fret there on the D and the G together. So you do a quick hammer on. When you pick those two notes, going to do a quick hammer on to the 11th fret there on the D string. Just like that. Then you pick those two strings again. Now we're going to do kind of the same thing, except we're going to go back to these two nines. You're going to now hammer on the 11th fret on the G string instead. So like this. So after you get there, you're going to add this note on top, which is the 10th fret there on the B. So I just kind of do the hammer on first, and then add the 10th fret, just pick that note by itself. So like this. And then we're going to go back to the two nines again on the D and the G. You're going to do is just hammer on the 11th fret there. Pick those notes. Let's go quick hammer-ons here. Hammer on that 11th on the G. Then back to the two nines. So like this. Slower. And then we're going to finish our time here in the 9th position. So we got this. Just by doing the two nines again, and hammer on that 11th fret on the D this time, and then pick that chord one more time. So that's going to be all we're going to do here at the 9th fret. So we have this all together. And then what he does is he jumps back here to the 7th fret. So we're going to be doing the bar across the 7th fret now instead of the 9, across the D and the G. Actually, you might want to actually take it across all the way from the D, G, and the A this time when you go back. But you're also going to have to add this note on top still. So this A here, you'll kind of see him play this like that, but on the recording you hear that top note in there as well. So we're going to add that. So we're basically playing you can start with just the bar across the D and the G. And what I'm doing is I'm picking the 7th fret. I have the 7th fret on the D and the G, and the 10th fret there on the B. So when I pick those 3 strings, I'm going to hammer on the 9th fret of the D a couple times. Like that. And then back down to the 2 7s. And then I can add that bar, the 7th fret on the A string to the bar. We're going to keep that pinky there on the 10th fret of the B string. And what I'm doing here, I'm going to pick this 10th fret there on the B string, 7th fret on the G, D, and the A. And then pick those again, hammer on the 9th fret of the A string. And then back to the 7s across with just that 10 on top. And then to end it, you're going to play the 9th fret on the low E and slide it down. So we have this. So we have this. All right, so all together. From there, that slide goes down to an A major chord. Now the easiest way to do this is going to be a bar. So open A string and then bar across the 2nd fret of the D, G, and the B. And he does this move a lot. He makes it an A sus4 real quick. Now you can do that with your, kind of depends on where I'm going in the song. When I play that note, the 3rd fret there on the B string is what you're going to add on top of it. You can play it with your ring or your middle finger. So it goes back to that A sus4 and back to the A's. So that little A sus4 move you're going to be doing a lot in this song. All right, so that takes care of the intro, and then from there we get to the verse, which looks like this. I pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about half-past dead. I just need some place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? He just grinned and shook my head. Alright, so we're going to start here with this A. I believe the original recording is an open A chord, not here. And it would make more sense here. So anyway, so we have the open A string and then the 2nd fret, that bar across the D, G, and the B. And then we're going to go to a C sharp minor chord, but he puts the 5th in the bass. So what is that? That's going to be a full bar across all 6 strings of the 4th fret. And then you're going to have the 5th fret there on the B string, 6th fret on the G, and 6th fret on the D. So we have this. I pulled into Nazareth. Then it goes to a D major chord, so a standard D major open chord. And then back to the A. And that's when we do that little sus4. And then kind of, you do that at the very end and then you start over. So we have this all together. I pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about half-past dead. Repeat. I just need some place where I can lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where a man might find a bed? All right, from there we get to the chorus. Now this chorus, there's a bass line in here, which I don't think it's actually being done on guitar, but you saw me do it like that in the kind of opening that I did. Because if you just have one guitar by yourself, it's going to sound better to do that note because that is the kind of the foundation of everything. But if you see him play, he just plays that as a normal E, and it's the bass player that's doing that lower line. So I'll show you both ways, so you can kind of do whatever way you want. So anyway, the way I did it in the beginning was, so we're going to do that A, and then what this is, it's a E major chord with a third in the bass, so it's a G sharp there. So how I'm playing this is I'm playing the 4th fret on the low E string. That's that G sharp. And then the 2nd fret there on the D. So I'm muting that A string with the bottom of my middle finger. Now keep in mind, I'm going to I'll show you a lot easier way to doing this. This way just sounds closer to the recording if you just have like a solo acoustic guitar by yourself. Then you have the 4th fret there on the G, and then the 5th fret there on the B. You can have the open high E. So that is an E major with a G sharp in the bass. So you can jump to that. Sounds more like the recording. And then from there it goes to the D major. So that's the 3 chords of the chorus. We have this. Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. And then at the end of this chorus, we have this. What we're going to do here is we're going to play, just pick up the note that's on the high E string on that D chord, and it becomes a D sus2 chord, and you're going to do a quick hammer on back onto that 2nd fret of the high E string. So you hear him do that. So all together. Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Take a load off Fanny. Now, an easier way to do that is just to do that E as a normal E chord, and if you have a bass player, they can play that low G sharp. So that would just be, instead of this 2nd chord, just a normal E major open chord, and that'd be like, take a load off Fanny, take a load for free, take a load off Fanny. All right, and then we have this little part. It's the only other chord progression in the song that I just kind of call it the chorus out, and it's when they do that harmony work. It just looks like this when it gets, and you put the load right on me. So that little harmony that they're singing there, at least the first time through, is a D sus2. So that D sus2 that we played, that's what they're singing. And that's what you hear. And then, so there's you kind of let that D ring, then they do that little, you put the load right on me. So from right there, when the band comes back in, it's pretty much just an A major chord, but there's a bass line that goes under it. So we have this, you can do this on guitar. Once again, it's probably played on a bass, not an actual guitar, but you can make it work. So I just hold this A major chord with a bar, and we have the A in the bass first, and then we go and play that G sharp under it. You still have the A major chord on top though. And then, if you can use your thumb, that's the 2nd fret on the low E, and then the open E. So we just have that A chord, and then into the D major. And once again, we do that little kind of hammer on a couple times on the high E string. So we have, and you put the load right on me. And then it just every section of the song just repeats the same every time. Verse, chorus, that chorus out. Every once in a while you'll see it. This part done, kind of repeated. But it's just the same thing. There's really just 3 parts you need to learn, and plus a fourth if you count the intro. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a pretty simple song, but it's a classic, and it's a lot of fun to play once you get it underneath your fingers. All right, I'll see you guys again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.